Welcome, everybody, to That Racks, the podcast about billiards. Nick, go ahead and give us your honest opinion about Jeanette Lee and how she's playing this season.
Oh, is she a professional billiard player?
Yeah, I think.
I have no idea who she is. But you know what? Good for her. Way to crush it out there in the
billiards world.
Billiards.
What's your favorite kind of billiards?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Like,
Do I have a favorite ball?
Sure. What's your favorite billiards ball?
My favorite number is the number 2.
Oh.
Or 9.
Why? Why number 2?
I don't know. I've always liked it.
Okay.
Always been a fan.
I don't have a favorite number.
Really? You don't?
No.
Why?
I don't know. Why?
2 and 9. 9 is because I was born on the 9th of May. I graduated in the class of 2009.
Okay.
And then I was born in the year 91.
In the year 2000.
So 9 has always been a part of my life, and I've always just appreciated it.
Okay. Well.
But then for 2 is just, I don't know. It's just.
I haven't noticed any numerology with me.
Oh, really?
As far as like a number that's recurring.
I feel like you would like the number 5.
I hate the number 5. It's the worst number there is. I feel like if I were to pick a number, I would be lame and pick like a popular number.
Oh.
You know, 7, 13.
I don't feel like that's lame.
I'm saying it's lame because I'm only picking it because it's a popular number.
That's not lame. Taylor Swift's favorite number is 13. It's her lucky number.
That's because she was born on the 31st of October, and half of 31 backwards is 13.
She was born on December 13th.
What does she have to do with October then?
I don't know. Where did that come up?
I thought she was born on Halloween.
No.
Does she just like Halloween?
I don't know.
Who am I thinking of?
I think you like Halloween.
Who was born on Halloween?
My brother-in-law was born on Halloween.
Okay. I gotta look this up now.
I don't know. I feel like I have no idea what you're referring to.
What am I thinking of?
We won't talk about this.
Does she have like a pumpkin tattoo or something?
I don't know.
Does she have any tattoos?
I don't think so. I don't know. She did release her new album, which we won't talk about for long, but you listened to it.
I listened to a couple of songs.
Yeah. You listened to Florida.
Oh. Peter Jackson was born on Halloween.
Oh.
Vanilla Ice. That's who I'm thinking of.
Same thing. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift and Vanilla. I was thinking of Vanilla Ice. Rob Van Winkle.
Totally comparable.
Yeah.
Rob Van Winkle.
That's his name. That's Vanilla Ice's real name.
But still, like, that's not Taylor Swift.
I know, but I did get them confused for a second.
Isn't he from Florida?
I don't know if he's originally from Florida, but he definitely like had a show where he like flipped houses in Miami.
Now that I've listened to Taylor's new album, every time that I say Florida in my brain, I go
Florida. You could bury somebody here.
Oh yeah. Every time I do that, I say Florida, and that's how my brain says it. But the album was good. I liked a few of the songs. I liked a lot of the songs. Her writing is brilliant, but it's intense.
I listened to it, and I think I didn't realize that she says so many naughty words.
She usually doesn't, but this album has a lot of them. Yeah. But this album, she was going through some things, and so that's why I think it has what it has, which is honestly, like, as a parent, Luke likes to listen to Taylor Swift with me, but some of these songs I'm like, yeah, we can't
listen to it.
Sorry, bud. There are words in there that I don't necessarily like. For me personally, as a parent, I don't necessarily want my kid hearing. So
I hear that.
But we don't have to talk about that for very long. But I enjoyed the fact that you were texting me. I think it was the night that the album. No, it was the day
next
after.
Morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were driving to school, driving home from dropping Jackson off, and Jen's like, "We should listen to this." Wow. And I said, "I want to hear the Florida song." And so I heard it, and it's got Florence and the Machine on it. And you didn't tell me this stuff.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a big deal.
Post Malone, I like Post Malone too.
Although I wish Posty would have had more of a presence in the song that he.
Yeah, he was more backup.
Yeah.
But like Florence had like an entire verse and everything. She sang about how there was a hurricane named after her.
And she sounded amazing as usual.
Yeah. So before we get into that subject, a word from today's sponsor, Aura Frames. Aura Frames are a Wi-Fi connected digital photo frame that you can share and view unlimited photos on. Nick, have you gotten anything for Francie for Mother's Day yet?
Shamedly, I have not.
Good news. You could get her an Aura picture frame, where what you could do is you can preload it with all kinds of photos of yourself, you and her, the boys, her and the boys, all before you give it to her. And it's great because you don't even have to wrap it. It comes in such a beautiful box. You just like put them on there, preload it, hand it to her. She just plugs it in and bam.
I have got to say, you have these around your house.
Yeah.
And I admire them every time that I don't ever say anything about it. But when I walk into the house, I feel like it makes it so much more homey. Just like walking around, seeing different pictures of you and the family.
Yeah.
I love it so much. It's such a like personal thing for sure.
And I don't even have to worry about them because it's so easy to share the photos. You can share them right from your camera roll.
That's awesome.
There's just like go to the photo, you click on it, and then the little pop-up for share shows, and it's like aura frame. Send it to it. Bam, it sends it.
Wow.
And you don't have to worry about the amount of photos you send too. There's unlimited storage.
Wow. It's like literally a family slideshow every time you walk inside the house.
Yeah.
I love it. It's such a fun way to like take you back and remember like just memories. Like it gives you a moment to pause as you're walking down the hallway, see that frame and be like, oh, I remember that cruise.
Yeah.
I love it. I have not gotten my own mother or Francie a Mother's Day gift. So what a perfect time, because Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. Our listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $30 off plus free shipping on their best-selling frame. That's auraframes.com, and you can use the code TRACKS at checkout to save. TRACKS. Use it. Terms and conditions apply. Come on, everybody. It's time to get the special mom in your life, grandmother, mother, wife, spouse, whatever they are. Get them an Aura frame.
I want to say thank you to Aura for sponsoring today's podcast. And now back to the conversation.
I missed last week.
You weren't here. Where were you?
I was at Legoland, which was so much fun. We can get into that and talk about it. But I missed last week, but I did listen to the episode, and it was just so much fun to like see you and Jen do your thing.
Yeah.
I felt sad that I couldn't be here to like be present for our first like official guest on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that's okay. We're going to do an episode where we have Jen and Francie here and like have the wives with us for sure.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
It's so funny because Jen is my wife.
Yes.
My wife.
She was on last week's episode in case you missed it.
But I also like didn't even realize that she was a guest. It was just like normal for me to be talking to Jen.
Well, you guys work together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes sense. But she was technically our first guest.
First guest.
Wow.
We did it.
Congratulations.
Milestone.
Jen. You did it. But she also did say in the episode, I heard this, that she doesn't listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
So she'll never know.
She'll never know that she was the first guest. You did great, Jen. We're proud of you.
Hopefully you hear this.
Hopefully you hear this.
No, it was cool. It was fun to listen to you guys. Obviously, like, it felt very normal, and I'd imagine that a lot of our listeners like also follow you guys and watch your YouTube channel. So it felt like you guys doing sort of like a live show together.
Yeah.
But I also appreciated that you stuck to the formula.
I tried.
I mean, not
Tried my
that
best.
we never like really officially created a formula for this podcast. It kind of just like organically has happened where we like do things and you're like, but it was fun to listen to. You were just like, wait, no. Now we got to talk about this.
Right? And I couldn't do it.
No, I was proud
Couldn't
of you.
follow it.
You did so great.
Oh, well, thank
Yeah,
you.
it was great. It was fun to listen to. Anyways, I was at Legoland. I also had just a kind of a crazy week with work last week, which is part of the reason that I wasn't able to be here. And I apologize that I missed last week, but that's just kind of life sometimes. Work was very, very busy. And then, we got to go to Legoland. We were hosted by Legoland to go to the park and also stay at the Legoland Hotel. It was a blast.
Yeah.
We had so much fun. Luke and Ethan just lit up. They were living their best lives. And it's just, when you get to go on vacation as a family and have fun together as a family, it's really special and it's really cool. But then when you get to do that and watch your kids just thrive, I don't know. I think it just makes the memories that much like stronger.
Yeah.
Um,
And like, I don't know what it is about Legoland Hotel, but like Jackson will just be like, let's go to Legoland Hotel.
Oh, Jackson and I just before we started recording had a full conversation about the Legoland Hotel and how he said it's his favorite hotel that
But he came out of nowhere, right?
Homeboy has literally stayed in Aulani in Hawaii. And
Yeah.
he's like, Legoland Hotel.
I know. It's bizarre.
Yeah, and he brought it up.
It wasn't like you were like, oh, I just got back from Legoland Hotel. He just goes, let's go to Legoland Hotel.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I'm like, what?
I love it. I'm telling you, they do a fantastic job of like captivating the attention of kids there.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, like Jackson loves Legos, and Luke and Ethan also really love Legos. We've talked about it on the podcast before. We've actually talked about how much like Legos intimidate me.
Yeah.
But I can get behind anything that my kids are passionate about,
right,
having fun with. And so like the fact that there are Legos like literally everywhere you turn around at both Legoland and at the hotel, that in and of itself is going to be a big win for a kid who's into Legos.
Right.
But they do just such a good job of just like incorporating creativity into your experience there. I was very impressed. We will definitely be going back one day to the Legoland Hotel.
Yeah, it's a good time.
They did like a scavenger hunt when you got into the room. Luke was very excited to do that. Ethan was pumped just to have Legos inside of the room. Another thing that I was a little concerned about is how I was going to feel with like the cleanliness of Legos being everywhere. And obviously in like the common areas, we were like, and they had a lot of sanitizer around as well, which felt nice. But in the room, the Legos that were in the room, they smelt so clean.
Yeah. Like you smelled the Legos?
Well, no. As soon as you opened the box of Legos, it was like a strong smell of like Lysol almost.
Disinfectant.
Yeah. Which made us feel so good. It was like, oh, nice. These are clean. So
well, that's good.
That's a very small detail, but I really appreciated that. Yeah, we just had a good time.
Also, though, if you have issues with noise, that lobby is one of the loudest places I've ever been in my life.
There were moments where, and Ethan, you know, it's kind of a hit or a miss sometimes with him and noise. There were moments where we avoided the lobby, but what's so great about Legoland is that it's a certified autism center. I think I'm saying that correctly. And so they have signs literally everywhere you turn that have sensory information for you. And they'll do like, they give you a scale on what the experience is going to be for the different senses. So you kind of know what you're getting yourself into walking into a situation. But you're right, that lobby, it gets pretty intense.
It's intense.
Kids jumping into like piles of Legos and screaming and yelling.
Running.
Yeah, truly. But it just felt like the kids were having such a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I had not spent a whole lot of time over there, and I didn't realize how much of like a vacation destination that was for people. Like I could tell that like they were getting a full resort experience being there.
Also,
pretty cool.
Breakfast is included.
Yeah, I didn't know that until 10:29, and breakfast stopped at 10:30.
Oh man!
We made it. We got to go. We got in line, and I asked them. I said, "Is this like? I don't want to cause any problems. Are we okay?" And they said, "Absolutely. You're in line. Like, come on in." But I'm glad that I asked because I noticed that the line for breakfast was huge, and I was like, "What? What? People are really eager to eat breakfast at this location." And later, I went up and I said, "Hey, like, what time do they stop serving breakfast?" And it was like 10:29 at that point, and they said, "Well, in a minute." I was like, "Okay." They let us in, but yeah, that was great. Family style.
Which one did you go to?
Brick House.
Bricks.
Yeah. Brick House. Song.
Brick House.
Yeah, Bricks. It was good.
Well, you could go to the pirate one too.
I didn't realize that.
Man,
I know. I was a rookie.
You missed out on so many good Legoland opportunities.
I know. Well, and we didn't eat dinner at the pirate restaurant either, which I wish that we would have.
Yeah.
We ate at Bricks, which was okay, but I think the pirate restaurant would have been a fun experience for sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was fantastic. We had such a good time, and the boys have already been like, "When are we going back?"
Yeah. Are we going right now?
And we had not really spent a whole lot of time in the park as well. So we got to ride some rides, and I was very impressed by the technology in the rides at Lego.
Oh yeah, the flying couch ride, double-decker couch.
It felt like soaring.
Yeah, that's good.
It was so cool. Like, I don't know. Again, just thoroughly impressed. I was excited about it, and I was excited to be able to go back one day. And I could picture like us. We want to be that family where like the boys are like, "Hey, can we bring our friend with us when we go on this trip?" And we're like, "Yeah, totally, bring them." And I could see us being like bring a friend and getting to like have a blast at the hotel and like just being kids.
Did you get to ride the Battle for Bricksburg?
I don't think so.
It's a water ride?
No.
Okay.
We didn't go to the water park.
It wasn't in the water park. No. It's right next to the flying couch one.
No, we didn't get to ride.
Oh.
No, Luke wanted specifically to ride the coasters. So I think we did every coaster. There was the dinosaur Coastersaurus.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah. The dragon we did.
Love
the dragon because it's a dark ride, then a roller coaster.
Yeah, I loved that. It was like telling a story for us.
Yeah.
And then the one coaster was truly terrifying.
The X one?
No, it's the racer.
Yeah, is it not called X Racers or whatever?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of it, but it almost was like Goofy's Sky School.
Yeah, it's a wild mouse.
Terrifying.
For a while, it was VR.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that would add to the level of...
Right?
crazy with it.
I never rode it when it was VR, I don't think. Maybe I did.
It's just those, I'm not a big heights person, so when they like whip you and you feel like you're about to whoosh, it's intense. But the boys had a blast with it. I mean, we had fun too, but it was scary.
When that park was Cypress Gardens, I remember riding a wild mouse there, and I don't know if it was the same wild mouse.
Okay.
But I feel it was called like a ladybug or something like that. But I feel like that's the only wild mouse that I've ever been on where the track tips out.
Oh, okay.
That one doesn't. But in my brain,
when you say wild mouse, just so that everyone knows, you're referring to like this is the type of coaster,
yeah,
where you like it's almost like the track is like weaving.
Yeah, it's like a flat track,
right?
And you go to the outside and you real sharp turn.
Yeah.
You come back, real sharp turn.
Right.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
But
I say Goofy Sky School because that's like a frame of reference.
That is a wild mouse. Yeah.
Primeval
Whirl was a spinning wild mouse.
Right. Yeah.
So it was not Scorpion. The other one.
Oh,
Sand Serpent.
Yeah.
At Busch Gardens. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a great time. Nice. Legoland was a blast. Other things that we got to experience, we didn't. You guys talked about this last week, but we got to see each other at 1900 Park Fair.
Where Jackson was on 11, running around the restaurant.
It truly was. It was so fun to watch him.
Oh man,
I know that wasn't the most fun for you because you were like trying to track him down the entire time. Tracks, but he was just like so full of energy. He was living his best life. It
wasn't even energy. It was just like he was pumped. For what was happening.
Well, I think one of my favorite moments of the evening was I saw Jackson and he sees me and he goes, "Mr. Nick, are Luke and Ethan here?" Yeah. And I don't know. I just love that they like are developing a little bond with each other because Luke and Ethan were so excited to see Jackson as well. I wish that like we were sitting closer to each other because they would have been able to hang out more.
Right.
But it's just fun to see like the excitement that they have for each other. But I really enjoyed it. I know that you guys covered it last week, so we don't have to talk for a long time about it, but
those darn gummy bears.
I love them.
I wish they were a little bit more hidden.
The gummy bears are like my favorite snack, like candy, and those are like the perfect gummy bears. There are certain like I want my gummy bear to be soft.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some gummy bears are more dense and chewy. Nah. I want them to be soft and airy.
Okay. Almost like a marshmallow.
Kind of.
But gummy.
Exactly. And that is what those gummy bears are at 1900 Park Fair, and I could have just eaten those the entire evening.
That's what Jackson wanted to do. That's what every kid in there wanted to do.
I am a child.
I just wish, like, I don't mind that they had gummy bears. I just wish it wasn't, like, the first thing you see when you walk up to the food.
Yeah, it would be nice for sure for the parents if they were
at the dessert bar.
Right, exactly. Because if they were at the dessert bar, kids probably couldn't see them as well.
Yeah, because it's like when you're walking up, the dessert bar is behind you.
Right.
So like you would see that after you got all your food, and then I could say to them like, "Yeah, you eat this first."
Yeah. Well,
but
you took an L on that one.
Yeah, and I didn't.
But
we ate something before the gummy bears.
They had fun. Ethan was the highlight for us for that night, for sure. He was so excited to be able to see Mirabelle. And we surprised him and gave him his own little Bruno costume before. Yeah. So he was thrilled just to be able to have the Bruno costume. And I've said this before, but the kid loves a good costume. And so he was pumped to be wearing that. And then when he saw Mirabelle, when we were sitting like in the lobby area waiting to go inside, he lit up immediately and was just like ready to go see her.
Yeah.
So that was really special. The whole wish ceremony was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was cool. Such a great evening. So, and I just felt blessed. Anytime that I get the opportunity to go to an event hosted by anybody, Legoland this weekend, any of these brands that are like, hey, we want to work with you on something, I feel so humbled and honored to be able to do it. So to be able to work with Disney it's just a dream. So
yeah,
I was super thankful.
It was a good time.
Yeah. So speaking of working with Disney, today you got to do something fun.
Oh yeah, I went to the media event for the 35th anniversary of Hollywood Studios. Yeah.
Big deal. Very exciting.
It was a lot of fun.
It's exciting that Hollywood Studios is 35 years old. It was born in 1989.
Yeah.
Which is a Taylor Swift.
No, we're not doing that. We got the announcement of a new park icon today. Is the Miss Piggy fountain.
No.
So now I'm excited to see merch with it on it.
False information.
And Miss Piggy said it. The Muppets were there. Kermit and Miss Piggy were there at the moment. They call it a moment.
Yeah, I didn't get to participate in the moment. I was there. I went to Hollywood Studios this morning as well. I didn't know. I'm going through it, and I'll talk more about this eventually, probably next week. I'm going through a big change in life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Big transition, job specifically.
Right.
And so today was my first day.
He's the president of the United States.
No, dear Lord, no. I would never want that. Today was my first day in between jobs. And so I just was discombobulated going to studios today. I didn't have a specific plan. I just was showing up, ready to have a good time, ready to celebrate 35 years. And so I got the cool commemorative park map or park guide that they gave out today. Didn't open it. Just was excited to have it.
The very first thing you see when you open it is be at Theater of the Stars at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
for the moment.
Got there at 9:30. One thing that I didn't notice, and maybe I just walked past it, but there was a virtual queue for the merchandise that they had for today, which makes sense. They always do that. Why I didn't anticipate that, I'm telling you, my brain wasn't even there. I also leave for Disneyland tomorrow, so that's also where my brain has been. But I didn't even think to join a virtual queue for merchandise. So we literally walked back to where the merch was and then realized there was a virtual queue. So by the time that we finished, we wanted to get a Ronto wrap for breakfast. By the time we finished all of that and made our way to the theater, the line had closed. It was at capacity.
Did you even attempt to get a virtual queue?
I did get a virtual queue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Has it been called yet?
It got called as I walked out of the park.
Ah. Mine got, so I before I knew that with the media event I could go into the thing, I got a virtual queue.
Right.
And mine got called at 1, even though the anticipated return time was 5.
Well, yeah, so I was in a backup group.
Oh.
I didn't even have a anticipated return time because I don't think that they anticipated that I would be able to. To be honest, there wasn't that much.
Yeah, there was
of merchandise.
There was 2 adult T-shirts, 1 child T-shirt, a hat, a backpack, cork skull, 2 pins, a Pandora charm, and a statue.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I didn't anticipate that there was going to be a ton of different merchandise.
Yeah.
It's for an anniversary. But...
And also, I think that they anticipated more people were going to get the merch. And
right.
I don't think, it wasn't, the line wasn't crazy when I went. And there wasn't, a ton of people in there. And there was still plenty of stuff left.
I should have paid more attention. I'm sure the Disney Parks blog posted about some of this stuff. And like I said, things have just been wild, so I didn't really fully pay attention to it, and so it is what it is. But I ended up having a great time. Thankfully, I had a friend who was inside of the store, and he was able to get the merchandise that I wanted.
Who was that?
You.
Oh, it was me. I did it.
And so, it was fun. It was fine. Had a good time. I really I love it when they give a commemorative park guide. I don't know. I just I'm a sucker for those things.
This one was very nice.
It was very cool. I didn't get to watch the moment, but I stood outside of the theater and we watched a live stream of it happening while listening to everyone cheer inside.
Listening to the reaction. It
was fun because it created a viewing party because then several other people huddled around our phone watching it. And so it was a cool little fun moment celebrating Hollywood Studios. They were for real at capacity because there were even cast members that looked like leaders who were trying to get into the theater and they couldn't get in because it was at capacity.
Yeah.
It was very busy, which makes sense. And that theater's not massive.
No.
By any means. It almost seems like in order to fit more people, if they had done it at Indiana Jones, they would have been able to fit a lot more people.
Yeah.
Don't you think that theater holds more?
Maybe, but they couldn't turn around to then do Indiana Jones shows.
Yeah, and the props and stuff that they had on the stage, it fit the theater well.
And they also had to load the confetti cannons beforehand.
Right. But there were cool moments.
Also teleprompters. I don't know if they have teleprompters at Indy.
True. Phantasmic had a moment.
Yeah.
They had Sorcerer
Mickey came out and everybody had these wands that they were waving around with some ribbons on it. And it was like nice
one. Yeah. Didn't they honor cast members who had been working there for 35 years?
Since opening day, yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they brought them up. and put them up in front of the crowd and said, "Good job, everybody."
I love it when those moments happen.
Yeah, it was nice.
So
it was nice to see. There was a lot of them, and these were all people that still work for the company.
Yeah. I'd be interested to know some of them. I'm sure they do still work at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, well, there is a bellhop.
Okay.
That has worked.
Wow.
Not at Tower,
right?
Because it wasn't there at opening day,
right?
But he's been at Tower for a very long time. He's in the commercials for Tower.
Which there are no attractions that are there that are still.
Yeah, there's no opening day attractions left,
which is wild.
A lot of opening day restaurants left.
Did get to go to the Hollywood Brown Derby for the first time. That was the first time I've ever eaten there outside of an after hours event. I ate there at Jollywood Nights. Yeah, which was totally different experience. But first time trying the infamous Cobb salad.
It was infamous.
A smaller version of it because we ate at the lounge.
The lounge, yeah. So the lounge, you get a smaller version of the Cobb salad.
Yeah,
it's not a lot smaller, but it is smaller. It's more manageable.
As far as like other things that happened this week, like I said, I'm really ramping up for my Disneyland trip. By the time that this episode drops, this is sad. My Disneyland trip will be over.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Which is really sad.
Oh,
but I mean, it's okay.
It's the way that it is, but every trip has to end.
It's true. And this one's a little bit of a quick trip, but I'm so excited. I can't wait to do Star Wars night. We're recording right now on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow night, I will be doing Star Wars night at Disneyland, my first ever like after hours event at Disneyland. Have you ever done one before?
I've done Oogie Boogie Bash.
Oh, okay. So I shouldn't say that. I've done Oogie Boogie as well.
Yeah. I've never done like Pixar night.
Like Disneyland After Dark. That's what they call it, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they do. Disneyland After Dark, and then they do like Star Wars night or Princess night. I've never done an event at Disneyland After Dark.
Right.
So I'm very excited about that. I'm doing the D23 studio tour tomorrow. We're doing the Walt apartment tour on Thursday. I'm eating at Carthay Circle for the first time on Thursday. Yeah. Gonna get to do all of the Pixar Fest festivities, which look so cool.
Gotta find 50 Pizza Planet trucks.
Yeah, and also buy a Pizza Planet truck because I want the popcorn bucket.
Yeah. You don't need it.
You're judging me.
No, I'm just telling you don't need it. Not but judging you.
I want it.
Okay.
And then I used to buy a lot of popcorn buckets, and then I started being like, why am I doing this? They're sitting in containers. We're not even doing anything with them.
Right.
But this one moves, so the boys would have fun with it.
Oh, yeah, they can play it.
Alien can come in and out of it.
Alien can come in and out, and he, like, moves his arm. No, that's the tram. What does it do? But it just rolls?
Yeah. Okay. You, like, pull it back, and then it goes.
Oh, it's like a pullback thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's like a toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Put popcorn in it. You could, like, send it back and forth.
Yeah.
Share popcorn with each other.
Here you go.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. And then just all of Pixar Fest looks like so much fun. You get to meet the characters from Elemental.
Yeah.
From Luca.
I was going to say their names. Sorry.
Luca and Alberto.
No, Wade.
Ember and Wade.
Ember and Wade, yeah.
I love Wade.
Yeah?
I relate to Wade so much.
You are a Wade.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I have a lot of feelings. Yeah. That's what it is. I really do relate to Wade. So, like, there are not a ton of Disney characters that I relate to, but Wade is high up on the list for me. So I'm excited to meet him. Anyways, so Disneyland's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. There's a lot of fun things in the future. I'm going to record a Patreon episode while at Disneyland.
Yeah.
And post it to our Patreon.
I hope you do it actually with like Disneyland music behind you.
Like in the park.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see what we can do. Yeah. I was kind of thinking I would do it at the hotel after, but
that makes more sense. But I like the idea of there being like noises,
the vibes of Disneyland.
The vibes of Disneyland. Yeah. The Dapper Dans come out and
TBD
sing songs.
Maybe I'll post some Disneyland content onto the Instagram page as well. But can't wait. Cannot wait. Been looking forward to this. I've been talking about this trip for so long, and it's finally happening. So
you're doing it.
It's happening. What about you? Big plans for the weekend?
I do.
Oh.
It's a big surprise.
Oh. Do I know about this?
No. Well, yeah, I think you probably do.
Oh, yeah, I do. We talked about it.
On May the 4th.
Oh, no, I don't know. I know what you're doing next weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing this weekend.
There is a Hot Wheels monster truck show.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
At Silver Spurs Arena.
And Jackson has no idea.
He has no idea that we're going to it.
He is going to lose his little mind.
We bought the VIP package.
Wow. Also, Luke and Ethan are going to be ticked at me.
What?
Don't let them know.
All right. I will make sure to post that on the internet.
They're going to be like, Dad, you left us to go to Disneyland?
Right.
And this was happening?
Yeah. And the fun thing is the cars that are going to be there, he has some of these cars.
Oh, he is going to be so... I mean, every time that I've come to the house, Jackson has been like, Mr. Nick, you want to play Monster Trucks?
Yeah.
So he's going to lose his little mind.
Right.
I can't wait to watch the video of that.
I wanted to get more monster trucks, like to get the full lineup.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I have time to like find them.
Right.
Because it's like specific trucks are going to be there.
Right.
So, but we have like 3 of them.
Wow. That's so exciting. Can't wait.
Yeah,
I feel like it's going to be chock full of high dad suit moments for sure.
Don't tell Luke that there is a truck.
Oh no, is it a shark?
Tiger Shark.
Oh dear. Don't tell him anything.
And there's a dinosaur truck.
Where is this happening?
Called Mega Rex.
Oh my gosh.
It's at the Silver Spurs Arena.
Where's that?
Kissimmee. Yeah, it's like close.
Not far, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
dear. What day is this happening on?
Saturday, May the 4th.
Oh. I'm gonna have to tell Francie.
You're doing Star Wars.
Yeah, I'll be at Disneyland, but
Yeah.
Francie will have to know.
Let
I
her
also am bummed because there's a new Pixar fireworks show that's happening for Pixar Fest, and it's all a spoiler. I don't like to be spoiled.
Okay.
Do you care?
Not for fireworks shows.
Oh, okay.
I'll be like, okay. It gives me an idea of where to like look.
True. I saw a spoiler though.
The Coco spoiler?
What?
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, you knew that there was going to be a Pixar movie in it, and
Sure.
Coco is a Pixar
Yeah,
movie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
No, a lot of times I don't want to spoil it for everybody listening if they end up going to Pixar Fest and have been avoiding spoilers. But a lot of times, and if you want to, just skip ahead 30 seconds. A lot of times at Disneyland, characters will take flight during the fireworks show, and there's a character that flies during the show.
Mm.
And I saw who it was. And I'm going to be so excited, but I'm sad that I saw it.
I didn't see it.
Well, I feel like we're nearing 30 seconds at this point, and so people are coming back, and I don't want them.
We're nowhere close to 30 seconds. It's been like 5.
I know, I figured. It's Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, okay. I thought it would have been somebody else. That makes sense.
Who did you think?
Well, I've seen Baymax before.
Yeah, but he's not Pixar.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I thought maybe Dante. He can fly, right?
Oh, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, so,
yeah.
That'd
be good.
Or Wall-E.
Yeah, with his fire extinguisher. I'll tell you this. I don't think this will spoil it for you.
Oh dear.
Pick your place to watch it.
What do you mean by that?
Watch it on Main Street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to in order to see if there's someone that is flying, you have to see that. That's
Right.
where you would see it.
What, the people flying on Main Street? They fly behind the castle.
Right.
Oh, I see what
Like
you're saying.
you have to watch it on Main Street in order to see that moment happen.
Yeah, but also watch it about halfway down Main Street.
Are there projections down Main Street?
No. You got to watch it twice.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to have time.
Hmm.
Because here's the thing. This is the bummer about Disneyland is that they only do the shows on the weekends.
I'll tell you this, because you're not going to watch it from here. There are projections on Small World.
Yeah, and there's hidden Mickeys.
There's hidden Mickeys, and they said we're very hard to find.
Right, I've heard that. I'm not going to have time to see that, though, because here's my plan. I need them to not cancel the show both nights that I'm there, because that happens sometimes, too. But the show is taking place on Friday night and Saturday night. I fly out Sunday, very late Sunday night. I'm not going to make it Sunday night. I'll have to go to the airport. So Friday night, I'm going to watch the show as like the Pixar show.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday is May the 4th. Saturday evening, I want to watch the fireworks show from Batuu to see the like Star Wars version of the show.
Right. Fire of the Rising Moons.
Yeah, it's going to be so busy, but I just feel like that's what you have to do on May the 4th. So.
I wonder where you have to stand to watch it.
I've seen pictures, and I'll just have to kind of like guesstimate.
I've seen it. I've seen the fireworks from Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, you have? I'm going to ask I'm sure cast members will.
I think you watch it from in front of the Falcon.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think so.
Based on the photos and videos I've seen of that. So anyways, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. Do you ever like get ready to go on a trip and then you're so excited about it, but then you're also dreading the end of the trip already?
No.
That's good, because I do.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm so pumped, but I'm also so sad that it's like going to be over.
You've already run through this entire trip.
Yeah.
Wow. You've already gone on the trip. Might as well not go now. You did it.
Well, don't have to go.
Yeah, you saved some money.
I experienced it.
Yeah. You've already, in your brain, you've already gone to Disneyland.
You're never sad before, like while it's happening, you're not sad about it ending?
Not until like the second to last day.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm like, tomorrow I got to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's it.
No, I just already can picture me like getting into the Uber to like go back to the airport. And
I thought you were getting this fancy car.
Well, that's only for a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that day, I'm getting picked up tomorrow in this car, which I'll have to send you a picture of.
I'm excited.
I have no clue what it's
I hope it's a Plymouth Prowler.
I do know this. There's a frunk.
Mm-hmm.
But the frunk won't be able... By that I mean there's a trunk in the front of the car. That won't be able to be used because apparently Hunter's my friend that I'm going to Disneyland with. Hunter may be on the Patreon episode. Hunter and I know each other because we did the happiest podcast on earth together. Hunter's rented the car. Hunter told me that the roof that he can take the roof off.
Mm-hmm.
And that by taking the roof off, the frunk is affected, which means we won't
put the roof in there.
We won't have that storage space. We only have the very limited storage space that exists in the back of the car.
Okay. You're getting a Corvette. This is a Corvette.
I don't know.
This is 100% a Corvette.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's very excited about it.
Okay.
I don't know. I pulled out all my clothes for the trip and I'm looking at the clothes being like, how am I going to make you fit into a carry-on?
You can do it. You're only there for a few days.
I know, but you got to have options.
No, you don't.
I live that content creator life. I got to be changing.
You got to plan your day out.
Yeah. I'm not going to wear the same t-shirt all day. I know that sounds ridiculous, but like I'm wearing a t-shirt. Here's a glimpse into the world of Nick. I bought a new t-shirt. It's a Disneyland t-shirt, but they had it at Disney style here at Disney Springs in Orlando. And it has the Disneyland like emblem on the front, kind of like where the pocket would be, and on the back it has the dedication speech by Walt at Disneyland and some like picture, some artwork of Disneyland in the back. And I want to wear that on the apartment tour.
Okay.
Because that feels like it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then probably also wear it to Carthay Circle.
Right.
But after Carthay Circle, we're going to do Pixar things. I'm not wearing that during Pixar Fest.
Why not?
I got to wear my Pixar t-shirt.
Okay.
So then I'm going to put on my Pixar t-shirt and wear that the rest of the day. And then Saturday, I will wear Star Wars all day because it's May the 4th.
Mm-hmm. But you're going to change your Star Wars shirt.
Well, I'm wearing a Star Wars outfit tomorrow night to Star Wars night. I'm dressing like the dark side.
You're dressing up as Kylo Ren.
Not necessarily a particular person, but I have this like, all of this will have been on the internet at this point, but I have this like black hoodie, but it's almost like a cloak. I don't know if that makes sense.
You're dressed like Darth Maul.
Kinda. It's pretty intense looking.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm not a dark side kind of guy. Definitely a light side kind of person. But it'll be fun. Because Hunter's going to be more dressed like the light side.
Okay. You guys are going to be both versions of Anakin.
Yeah. Well, Hunter's outfit, honestly, it's giving more Luke Skywalker. So
less brown, more gray.
Yeah.
Less brown, more white, like tan.
Yeah, yeah.
Like cream.
Yes.
Okay.
So maybe we are Luke, and then what Luke could have been had he turned to the dark side.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
Okay.
So it's going to be fun. Hyperspace Mountain is another thing that I just cannot wait to ride.
And I'm going to be at a monster truck show.
And Luke and Ethan are going to be ticked at me. You're going to have a blast.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. Good weekend ahead of us. Today was a lot of fun. Hollywood Studios was a good time today. I just love Hollywood Studios. It's my second favorite Disney park at Walt Disney World.
Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, number one.
Yeah.
I know.
You hate Epcot and you hate Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom.
I don't hate either
of you do. It's okay. You're allowed to hate these places.
I don't hate them. No, I love all four of the parks, but those two are my favorite. Animal Kingdom would be next, and people are going to get mad about this, but yeah, Epcot would be my fourth favorite.
You're last. Yeah.
But I do love Epcot during festival season. So, yeah. And I know you guys talked about this, but festival, Food and Wine Festival is shorter this year.
Yeah.
I'm thankful we have a whole summer without a festival.
June is so busy.
It's going to be wild, which is a good transition into our news segment of the podcast.
So much happening.
Didn't you guys had a fun button that you played for the news last week? We should do that.
Oh, wrong one. News.
Yeah, that every time.
Okay.
All
right, I'll do it.
Oh no, we skipped high dad soup.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. We'll get to that.
Let's do it right now. I got a really good one.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Because mine is not only an adorable moment with Jackson, but a moment where I would have preferred to have reacted a different way.
Okay.
I didn't react badly. I wasn't like angry with him or anything like this. But when it was happening, I was going, no, 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 like that. But he was exploring. Okay. So we made ice cream. And I said, here's the heavy cream. And he goes, oh, can I see how heavy it is? And I was like, sure. And he picked it up and he poured it into his hand.
Oh, geez.
And I was like, when it was happening, I'm like, oh no, we're making a mess. No, no, no.
Right.
But then afterwards, I was like, oh man, that's like pretty great, actually.
Like a good moment to be like,
yeah,
let's talk about the context of the word heavy there.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I wish that it had been less of a like, oh no, we're making a mess, and more of a like, it's okay, we're making a mess.
It's so cool for you to just like admit that though.
Yeah.
That's super powerful for you as a dad to be like, I wish I would have reacted differently there.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
But it's hard. It's hard to do that when there is actively a mess happening.
Yeah.
And like,
I know. I think about that all the time. I was watching,
especially milk.
Yeah, I feel that way about a lot of messes in general. I'm just like, what are we doing? I was watching a video of a friend whose kid was helping them make cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like spilling the powder everywhere. And the friend was just so like, they were just giggling like, huh? And I was like, man, I need to be better at that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be better at like when my kids are making a mess, just like let them have a mess. I struggle with that for some reason. Messes. Yeah.
Well, because so you were conditioned.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I grew up in a very clean household for sure, which is not necessarily a bad thing either. Like there's a healthy balance of both for sure. But yeah, that's awesome. That's cool that you recognize that. And also like, I feel like probably will be more like cognitively aware of that the next time around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Good dad moment.
Yeah. You are going to surprise your kids by taking them to the monster truck show. That's your high dad soup moment of the week.
Don't put that on me.
You've decided to cancel your Disneyland trip and
stop it right now.
To the monster
dear
show.
Can't let them listen to this. I don't know. I want to say that Legoland, which I know I already talked about it, but it's just they were literally like watching their faces when we walked into the hotel room at Legoland and how much their faces lit up seeing the room and everything that it had to offer. It's just special. It's so special to be able to watch like that joy enter into your kid's life. That's why you do the things that you do, you know?
Yeah.
So just Legoland in general was such a blessing to be able to see them. And honestly, particularly with Luke, like Ethan had a great time. He had a lot of fun, but Luke is like super into Legos right now.
Yeah.
And just watching Luke's level of excitement, it just was really special. Like we timed that. Like this is the perfect age. I feel like this age and younger is the perfect age to be able to go to the Legoland Hotel. I feel like as kids get older, it would be a little bit more difficult for them to get into some of the things, depending on what they're into.
Right.
But I don't think that a lot of like teenagers are going to be super thrilled about like a pajama party sing along in the middle of the lobby of the hotel.
Right.
So
what is Luke more into free building or following the instructions?
Both.
Okay.
He is very good at following instructions, but also letting his creativity soar, which I love that. Yeah. I'm glad that he's able to do both of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. The news.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Do you want to do it again?
News.
You're over it already. So June, you said, is a very busy month, and yes, it is. We got a lot of news this week, specifically from, and I think we'll spend most of our time on this, specifically from Universal Orlando.
Yeah.
So many things happening in the month of June.
There are a lot.
So starting with June 14th is a big day because Dreamworks Land will officially open.
Yeah.
which is exciting. We know a lot about DreamWorks Land already. We know that like there's going to be isn't Shrek's house in DreamWorks Land? Yeah, we've seen that being built, like the swamp. Yeah, the swamp house.
Right.
And then there's a coaster themed to trolls.
Yeah, it's got the Catterbus.
Yeah.
And it's called the Troller Coaster. It's a great name.
And then there's also a Kung Fu Panda experience in DreamWorks Land.
And I think that this is... So the Kung Fu Panda experience takes over the Curious George splash pad / ball thing.
Which that will be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens, like what it is.
Right. I'd imagine that they're really going to play into like, what's the word that I'm looking for? I mean, it's such an interactive space. Like Curious George was such an interactive space where kids were like, wasn't there like you could squirt water at other kids and that kind of thing. I think that that's a perfect theme for something like that with Kung Fu Panda. I didn't see the new Kung Fu Panda movie. Did you?
No, I haven't seen any Kung Fu Panda movies.
Ever?
No.
Oh, they're so good. The soundtrack is also great for Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm excited. That'll be fun to check out. And then Shrek, I mean, welcome to my childhood.
It's called Panda Village.
Okay.
Interact with Poe in Panda Village.
Will Poe be meeting there?
I think so.
Oh, cool.
There is a Poe character that meets at Universal.
Yeah.
And from what I have gathered, I guess there's another like interactive Kung Fu Panda thing at one of the other Universal parks.
Okay.
And they're thinking that this is going to be
similar to that.
Similar, but I think that because this is already an established location, it'll be somewhat different. But
you know what's interesting to me? Why have we not gotten anything Secret Life of Pets at Universal Orlando?
I don't know.
That's interesting to me.
So they did just recently. So one of the other pieces of news is we're getting a new parade at Universal.
Right.
And so that means that they got rid of the Superstar Parade floats.
Right.
One of those was Secret Life of Pets.
Okay.
They have started taking the animals off the Secret Life of Pets float.
Yeah.
And they've been placing them in the windows in the New York section of the park.
Hmm.
So right now there's just, what's his name? The pug, Gus?
Yeah.
Gus the pug, and the poodle's name is Jeremy or something like that. I don't know what the poodle's name is, but the poodle's name is, or the poodle is up in the window too.
Do we think that means something?
No, it just means that they took apart the float.
Oh, okay.
And put those up there.
Yeah. There's like no allusion to the fact that would be coming to the park.
No.
That is one of the best dark rides I've ever been on.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's so much fun. It's at Universal Hollywood. Speaking of the parade, that will debut at Universal Studios Florida on July 3rd. And it will celebrate movies including E.T., Back to the Future, Jaws, Ghostbusters, Jurassic World, Illumination's Minions, and Sing, and DreamWorks Animation's Trolls and Kung Fu Panda.
Right.
I love that they're doing like a throwback to some of these like classic Universal films, like Jaws and a parade. Yes, please.
Yeah, but also the finale is the gyrosphere, raptors, and a fierce T-Rex aboard the Jurassic World float. And I think that this is going to be the same float or similar to what they have in Japan.
Oh, sweet.
So like walk around raptors.
Yeah.
And a huge T-Rex.
Luke's going to lose his mind.
There's also a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man on top of the Ghostbusters float.
Nice. A
Catterbus and the Jaws themed float. It doesn't say anything about the Jaws. Oh, there's a marching drum band playing the film score.
That's fun. I'm really excited. I love it. I love the throwback to some of these classic films. E.T. is going to be a lot of fun in a parade.
Okay, and then Universal Orlando's Summer Tribute Store will complement the new parade experience and feature themed rooms, merchandise, and photo ops inspired by some of the films that will be seen in the Universal Mega Movie Parade.
Fun. When does that open?
It just says more details will be revealed soon.
Okay.
But I'm assuming it'll be before July 3rd for sure.
Right. I feel like probably before that.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Also, there is a new symphonic spectacular taking place.
Yeah. Sensational, a symphonic spectacular.
Yeah. And that's happening. So correct me if I'm wrong. This is happening in the like, would you call it a lake? Lagoon area, right outside, like right near in that City Walk wraps around.
No.
Oh.
It happens inside Universal Studios.
Oh, okay.
It's
I was mistaken then.
Yeah, it's in the lagoon in the center of Universal Studios. And
got it. Okay.
Yeah, and it'll be viewable from Central Park.
Okay.
So
okay, that makes sense. That doesn't feel like a lot of viewing space.
It is. That's where they've had their nighttime show viewing space.
I don't have memories of nighttime viewing, like nighttime shows at Universal.
Oh, really?
For some reason.
Okay, yeah.
When was the
it's been a
last time
fountain
that they
show
did it?
like a couple of months ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess
It's called the Cinematic Spectacular.
To be honest, I spend most of my time. Okay, Universal. Like, I've been reacquainted with Universal within the last couple of years. Like, I grew up going to Universal, but it hasn't been until like the last few years that we got Universal passes, and so I'm still like relearning a lot about Universal. But I had no idea. I had no idea that they even had a nighttime show a couple months ago.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
Maybe more than a couple months ago, but it's definitely been recent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Bellagio style fountains.
Okay.
Water screens, and then
so the fountains are already there.
Fountains are already there, but they did replace a lot of them.
Okay.
They were working on them. They are also adding drones to it.
Okay. Yeah,
and
I've seen that.
From this is from the concept art that I'm getting the idea that there's drones there, and then fireworks too.
Yes. Yeah.
So it'll be a pretty impressive show.
Which is interesting because in the past they haven't had fireworks. Correct?
Yeah, they have.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
You're doing great.
To be honest, when we have spent our evenings at Universal, we're typically Islands of Adventure. We are not typically usually on the Universal side.
You got to come over to the dark side. Yeah. You got to spend your nights there during the Halloween season. Quinn, I'm going to bully him into coming to Horror Nights.
Run. Anyways, yeah, that was a topic of discussion last week without me being present.
Mm-hmm. I've been here.
June 14th, also, there will be a new projection show taking place on the Hogwarts Castle.
Mm-hmm.
It is called
Hogwarts Forever.
Oh, I thought it was Hogwarts Always.
Is it not called Hogwarts Always? Or Hogwarts Forever?
I think it's Hogwarts Always.
Hogwarts Always.
Same thing, really.
How is it? That's so funny.
Yeah.
Hogwarts Always. You're right.
Look, I got one right.
You did it.
It's taking you on a journey through iconic moments of a school year at Hogwarts, all set against the majestic backdrop of Hogwarts Castle.
From supply shopping in Diagon Alley and the exhilarating ride aboard the Hogwarts Express to participating in the sorting ceremony, celebrating the House Cup winner, and so much more.
I think I'm going to be emotional.
Oh.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. I'm really excited about that. So that happens on June 14th as well. So
also we'll have fireworks.
Oh, yeah. So how do you pick? What do you watch on June 14th? You're going to Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's more.
Right? Yeah, I think so.
Dreamworks Land and then watch the nighttime show.
They have concept art for this new spectacular taking place at Universal Orlando. And in that concept art, they have a picture of Jaws. They have a picture of the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. And then they also have Hogwarts Castle on it as well.
Yeah.
So I think that is going to be a very epic show for sure. Why don't I have memories of any shows taking place at night there? That's so fascinating.
I don't know.
Anyways, so that's exciting. That'll be fun. I love it. I love that Universal is ramping up. It feels like the momentum is really just starting to pick up ahead of the Epic Universe. Right. But I also feel like it's Universal's way of saying, like, yes, Epic Universe is coming, but you don't have to wait.
Right.
Like, we still have so much to offer you before Epic Universe arrives. But yeah, no, I think Universal is basically telling guests, please don't wait for Epic Universe. There's so much to be like so much fun to be had right now in the season. And I agree. I think like we got to go check it out. So I'm hoping to be there on those days. It's interesting because it's just going to be like such a busy week that week because Walt Disney World has so much happening on June 10th. And so it's just...
Yeah, all the stuff at Epcot's June 10th.
Yeah, so Epcot, and then I think like the Lion King stuff starts June 10th at Animal Kingdom, like the celebration of 30 years of the Lion King.
30 years.
I know, I'm getting old. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be so much fun. So looking forward to all of that at Universal. Stay tuned because we will go experience all of it. It's wild that we're in May.
Yeah.
Like, when did we get here? Also,
just today.
Yes, technically speaking.
While we're recording this, today is the May 1st.
It's gonna be
May. Oh, that's so funny. I didn't even realize. That's in sync, right?
Yeah.
I asked, so I have these glasses that I can talk to and tell it to ask questions, and I said, what was the first Pixar movie? And then it didn't answer me. It just started playing Bye 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 by NSYNC.
Why?
I don't know.
It's so
A
fascinating.
little glitchy, but that's what happened.
Oh, that's interesting.
Maybe because it was May 1st.
Speaking of The Lion King, you didn't watch it, but they
No.
dropped a new trailer, which is going to be hard to talk about. So you're going to have to watch it.
Okay.
But they dropped a new trailer for Mufasa, which is the new Mufasa the Lion King is what it's called.
Is it a prequel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's a live action prequel.
Right.
I'm going to be honest. I grew up on The Lion King, the animated version.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Lion King birthday party. I had Lion King sheets. I had Lion King backpack. Like, I loved The Lion King. Still do.
Right.
I did not love the live action version of The Lion King.
Okay.
Did you watch it?
Yes.
I just felt like they really, with a lot of these new live action movies with Disney, they've taken the original movie and then they've put sort of a spin on it a lot of times.
Right.
They haven't done like the exact same thing. They've added a little bit of a twist,
Okay.
which I've appreciated. With this live action, it was almost word for word. And because I was a kid when the OG came out, and because I was so conditioned to like, I'm so used to some of this like phrases and sayings being said a certain way,
Right.
it was hard to like,
Here's Seth Rogen.
yeah, I was like, what is happening right now?
Right.
But really, there were just lines that are, to me, iconic lines from The Lion King that just fell flat in the live action version for me,
Okay.
which was a bummer. So I'm a little nervous about this, but I do appreciate that it's a whole new story. But I'm so confused because in the trailer, there's like a video of Mufasa leaping, and we know that Seth Rogen and who is the other person?
Billy Eichner.
Yes, we know that they're both in this live action film. How does Mufasa know Timon and Pumbaa?
Good question.
He shouldn't.
Maybe it's exactly like Star Wars, where I was watching I was watching Clone Wars, and then Ahsoka got stranded on this planet where the whatchamacallit were hunting her,
Mm-hmm.
and they also happened to catch Chewbacca, and then Chewbacca showed up,
Wow,
and I was like,
this doesn't make sense. Yeah,
what is Chewbacca doing there? And
Right.
R2-D2's already there because that's Anakin's droid.
right.
So I'm like,
I don't know. I
they
just
can't cross paths this many times.
no. Yeah, and that's my thing with Timon and Pumbaa like this, because this is something I'm very passionate about. But Timon and Pumbaa are so confused when Rafiki shows up to try to get, and Nala show up to try to get Simba to go back to Pride Rock
Mm-hmm.
to like retake the throne. And they're so confused about what's happening. They're like, the monkey's his uncle? They're so confused. They have no knowledge. So you're telling me that the whole time they knew Simba's dad?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that. I'm thinking it might be like a flash forward, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it's when they flash forward to when he says, remember,
Ugh,
and then
that wrecks me every time.
he remembers.
When that happens in Happily Ever After, I cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember who you are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I am excited about this. I'm cautiously optimistic about this film.
I bet it'll be good.
I think it will be. But
Who's playing Mufasa?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
But the other movie that I'm really, really, really excited about, and we haven't found out, I don't think at this point they're doing pre-sale on tickets, is Inside Out 2. Which, by the way, Jen has never seen Inside Out.
Correct.
What? And that's your doing?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't want her to cry.
I mean, I get that and I respect it, but like sometimes it's okay to cry. Just like it's okay to talk on the phone sometimes.
No, it's not. Beyonce?
Beyonce played Nala in the live action remake.
Let's see here. It's James Earl Jones.
Didn't love it. Maybe older Mufasa?
Yeah, that's who plays Mufasa, is James Earl Jones.
I know
You're talking about in the new one?
Yeah.
I was just looking up The Lion King.
I don't feel like, I love James Earl Jones. I don't feel like he could play younger Mufasa. His voice isn't giving young lion.
Aaron Pierre.
Okay. I don't know who that is, but I'm excited for them.
He is British.
Okay.
He is from the show. Well, he played Midsize Sedan on Old.
Lost me there.
Oh, man, it's a terrible movie. But Midsize Sedan is a great character.
Okay.
Super fun.
Great.
Character name.
So, yeah, I'm excited about that movie. Inside Out, too, though. We've got to get Jen to watch Inside Out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That was easy. I know we didn't cover a lot of news. I'm sure there were other things that happened this week in the theme park space that we didn't talk about, but
right.
I am ready to go to Disneyland, and I got to go home, and I got to finish packing, and I got to make a stop.
You got to pack your 3 T-shirts.
I got to figure out which 3 T-shirts I'm going to take, and then I've got to. But before that, I have to go back to Walt Disney World. I got to go buy a present.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go.
All right. Well, that tracks.
Yeah. It's busy life. But thank you all so much. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for just like welcoming Jen, as I knew you all would. Most of you guys were like excited to have Jen there because you're used to Tim and Jen being together. So
yeah.
But thank you for having me back, and I'm excited. I did not indeed get fired.
You didn't. You're back.
I'm back. And I will be back next week, and there will be so much to talk about next week.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait. But stay for all of our Patreon members. Stay tuned because I'm going to post an episode while I'm out at Disneyland. Yeah. Actually, it will have already been posted.
You did it.
Wow!
Look at you.
Look at us go.
I'm proud of you.
Now I really got to do it because they're going to be like, "Excuse you."
Yeah. Right. Now you've already talked it into existence.
Exactly. Which is good. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And something big is happening next week. I'm putting you on the spot. Do you know what it is?
Your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because technically this episode will drop on May 6th, and a few days later,
yeah,
I'll be 33.
Oh,
wow.
Look at you.
I'm old.
Wow. Such a young spring chicken.
I'm excited. I'm excited about my birthday.
Did you say 36?
33.
Oh, okay. I thought you were 36.
No.
I'm just kidding. I didn't think you were 36.
No, I'm excited. It'll be fun. I don't have huge plans for my birthday.
You're going to Disneyland.
Yeah. That's the big plan.
Yeah.
The night of my birthday, I think we might go see Star Wars Episode 1 is getting re-released into theaters to celebrate 25 years. So I think we'll go see that night and take the boys.
You guys want to go pod racing?
I'll have to make something up. Like, I'll have to make it up to them because once they see that this monster truck situation happened, they'll disown me.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, anyways, appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
We got to go so that I can get in the car and then call you.
Right? I was waiting for you to say your line.
Oh, thank you for tracking with me.
There it was. All right. See you guys later.
Bye.